Hello there, lads and lassies. Welcome to Dead Secret Circle. My name is Derek, and this has been a live stream we've been doing, so I may talk to people you don't see, or I may edit all that out. We'll find out as we play. So let's begin with the game. Start game. And while this is starting up, I'd just like to say that this was actually given to me by the developers. Oh, it's 1971, and we're in Chicago. This is given to me by the developers, so I'd like to say thank you for that, and that's not going to change my opinion or anything on it one iota. Click on the handle to interact. Okay. Let's exit the elevator. Use the WASD or arrow keys to walk. Ooh, hello. We close the door? No, we can't. Okay. Hello? Do we have anything? No, we don't. Okay, where are we going? Someone over there? This is weird. Alright, let's go through the doors. I thought it was a bone, it's a broken lamp.
Hello?
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 Okay. How is the sound on this so far? Oh, let's have a little shower. La 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 la. If you think it's time to fucking rock and fucking roll, pause it for a second, just for a brief second. Let's go to my live screen. There it goes, just so I can see if anything is happening around here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the host, Sherry. I need to change that host noise to something else. I seem to have got myself stuck in the bath. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's keep going here. It looks like we can go this way. These doors are all blocked off. Okay.
Is anybody up here?
Is anybody there? Okay, we've got a floating torch and a body. Well, I guess we are going through that door then. Let's see what the door has to say for itself.
Who's there?
Ooh! somebody's finding things hilarious for some reason.
I used to worry about nightmares in my sleep. Now I'm more afraid of being awake. 5 years ago, Josie Herrera was altered by an experimental machine.
Oh, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first one.
It was designed to pry open the mind at every full moon, letting the unconscious flow in. The only other person to meet the machine before Josie destroyed it was me. Now my waking hours are haunted by dreams, showing me things I don't want to see, over and over, round and round. This nightmare is endless, like a circle. But cycles can be broken.
Dead Secret Circle. Some sort of weird, wibbly circle of doom. Hello? Hello? Who is it? Who is it? Ooh. It's a photo of an apartment building. Is this a clue? I should put this up on the board. Okay. Put up photo evidence on the board. Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's see. Let's equip it and we'll put it up on the board. Wherever the board is. Oh, there's the board. Okay. There it goes. This photo has an address and Seek the Laughing Man written on the back. Could it be connected to the Laughing Man killings? Right, so we put the photo evidence on the board. Okay, so now we've got to gather the files on the Laughing Man killings. Alright, well, obviously we need to go to the filing cabinet. Nothing there. Oh, there's one. Josie Herrera. In 1965, Josie murdered 2 men, James Lowry and Graham Wellington. She and Lowry developed a machine, the Lunar Dream Apparatus, that was designed to bring subconscious thought into the conscious mind. Josie was the machine's first test subject, and I think it drove her crazy. I am the only other person to be altered by the Lunar Dream Apparatus. I've struggled with its effects ever since. I nearly died catching Josie. After the trial, she was shipped off to a mental institution. I guess she's probably still there. So, Josie Herrera, the first subject to achieve ideofocal linking of subconscious and conscious minds via the Lunar Dream Apparatus, killed 2 men and is currently in an institution. I'm going to sneeze, I can feel it. Excuse me. Okay, what else have we got? Nothing. 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 Alright, anything over here? Oh, another file, here we go. Conrad Veidt, 38. A small-time drug dealer and crook, found stabbed in an alley. Veidt was a well-known con man implicated in crimes ranging from drug dealing to grand larceny. CBD's file lists Veidt as a suspect in numerous drug crimes, although they were never able to get anything to stick. Cause of death, lacerations on his face and mouth, but the fatal wound was a puncture to his larynx. A circle was drawn in blood on his forehead. Veidt was found with $700 cash tucked in his jacket pocket. Next up we have Jennifer Persimmon Field, age 23, a nightclub dancer. Field is a popular dancer at a men's club on the east side. She attracted the attention of 2 men in rival crime rings, and rumour has it they were both competing for her attention. Books checked out to her library card reveal an interest in Greek classics. Cause of death, found stabbed 5 times in the chest in a hotel room in 34th Street. A small ring of cocaine powder was discovered on the bathroom floor. The murder weapon, a large kitchen knife, was found at the scene. Alright. I don't watch TV anymore, it just feels vapid and soulless. Oh, I remember that. Statue was one of the few things that survived the Bullard fire. I didn't tell anyone I took it. Anything else around here? Oh, we got books here. Bobby Sawyer was a suspect in the woodcutter case. He was just a kid then. Now he's an award-winning author. The Silver Drought. Oh, very good for him. The Crystal Cave was Bobby's first book. Josie Herrera helped him write it. The ghostly dildo, yeah. I only met him once, but I feel like I know him. I think Josie's arrest hit him pretty hard. It's a book called The Aries Mollusk. I wonder if Bobby and Josie kept in touch after she went to jail. Sometimes the woodcutter case feels like a chain around my neck, pulling me deeper and deeper. Bobby's books help remind me that he survived. Bobby keeps a low profile. Most of his fans and critics have no idea that he's barely out of his teens. Josie killed James Lowry for destroying her family. The plot of this one is too similar to ignore. Well, look, there's a mask there and everything. The Alabaster Facade. Is there any more books by him? Oh, there's another book there. It's a book about Japanese history, modern Japanese mysticism and its historical roots by F. Rook and H. Kono, with a foreword by H. Bullard. A definitive collection of myths, monsters and folk tales of Japan from ancient times to modern days. Of course, there's Robot Invader Press. That's the creators of this game, actually. Alright, so we'll check that out. So we'll follow a look here. I loved these books as a kid, now they sort of bother me. The Mystery of Skull Cove. Oh, get us, we actually get to read here. Chapter 4, A New Lead. Eagerly, Heather removed the sheet covering the tub. Angling the flashlight above the white porcelain, she saw that it had indeed been awash with blood. There remained but a small pool around the drain, but the rusty streaks that lined the inner surface of the porcelain told the whole story. Blood had once filled the tub almost to the brim. Unfortunately, she found no trace of the notebook. Another of Dr. Duncalf's laboratories, she sighed, but I am still no closer to the information I need. The mystery invaded her sleep that night. When she awoke the next morning, her mind was still teeming. There must be some clues that will lead me to Dr. Duncalf's notebook, she said to herself, but where should I begin? Where? The question stayed with her as she showered and dressed. In the dining room, her mother's cheery "Good morning" was echoed by Herr Dillinger. Over breakfast, Mrs. Oates said, "Heather, I have a surprise for you." "What is it, Mum?" "Herr Dillinger here has just received a special letter from the coroner. It says that Dr. Duncalf often assisted in the morgue and was known to take meticulous notes. Herr Dillinger tipped his head slightly as he placed a fresh glass of orange juice beside Heather's plate. He had friends all over town, Heather recalled, and he often came into possession of valuable information before anyone else. "It's just as I suspected, Mum. I'm positive Dr. Duncalf kept a lot of his collection. He has to have concealed it somewhere. If only I could discover where." "Oh, it would be like searching for a polar bear in a snowstorm," Mrs. Oates remarked dryly. "The coroner is quite certain that no notes were left in the morgue." "I must figure out a way," Heather said resolutely. "The doctor's blood reservoir is the only thing that can save little Mary." What the... Sometimes these stories actually do have a point, though. So good newspaper here. The brutal killer claims another victim. December 28, 1970. Chicago, Illinois. Police believe that a body discovered yesterday may have been the third victim of the killer the press have dubbed the Laughing Man. Deborah Swan, a nurse at the University of Chicago Hospital, was found dead Sunday in a hospital storage room. Though details regarding the circumstances of her death have not been released, Chicago Police Department Chief Harold Bradley indicated that the crime may be connected to two other murders already under investigation. The Laughing Man is suspected in the killings of Conrad Veidt and Wing Zhang. The bodies of both men were marked with distinctive incisions to the face to create the appearance of a smile. Though no suspects have been named, the Associated Press has learned that a tall man with long hair was seen exiting Wing Zhang's shop the night his body was discovered. Critics of the Laughing Man theory point out there is no connection between the victims and no obvious motive for the murder. Police have declined to comment on this topic, but the Tribune has learned that CPD Vice Squad detectives are involved, suggesting these crimes may be drug-related. Well, there is always that. There's always the drug-relatedness of it. No calls and nobody to call. Ooh. Do we have anything nice in here? We keep tins of oranges and lemons in the freezer. I wonder where the bells of orange juice and lemonade. I wonder where the bells of St. Clemens are. Standard fridge, we got butter, pickles, mustard, meat, lots of meat, cookie dough, leftover Chinese food. Alright, well. Pole. Alright, let's keep looking around. If there's anything in there, we'll find it. I have no doubt. Oh, there's our mirror. Yeah, we don't have a broken arm this time. Moonwalking. Okay. Wing Zhang, 77, the elderly proprietor of a herbal medicine shop in Chinatown. Zhang has run a herbal medicine shop in Chinatown for nearly 50 years. He is well respected by the community and has a reputation for supplying effective herbal remedies to common health issues. He was strangled and his cheeks were slashed to create a wide smile. A bloody circle was found painted on the floor near his body. Nothing of value is reported missing from the office where Zhang was discovered. So that's another one. We got here razor blades, toilet. We got in here toothpaste, toilet paper. Here, what was that? Team something. Oh, tier enacted body unwrap. Alright, fair enough. Spooky music in the toilet. Let's get out of here. Get out of here! What do we have here? September 15th, 1970. Things that happened in 1970 so far. Mom died, lost £20, I got fired. Well, that's not good. Nothing really lying about the place so far. I really need to clean up around here. Dear Miss Gable, you missed another session today. I'm worried you shut yourself up in your apartment again. This could be the signs of serious depression. Patricia, I'm here to help. I think we should try hydrazine, probably Marplin. I know you're hesitant to attempt another antidepressant after the reaction you had last time, but Marplin has been on the market for a few years now and is widely used in cases like yours. The next step up is phenelzine, like Nardil, but I wouldn't consider it unless all the other options do not turn out. We should talk more about it. Why don't you come by my office? Sincerely, Dr. Hank Hathaway. Alright, here we go, here we go. Closet! Okay, Deborah Swan, 52. A nurse at University of Chicago Hospital. Swan was a senior nurse in the trauma ward of the U of C hospital. She had a reputation for a strict authoritarian attitude, but few knew she also suffered from depression and alcoholism. Swan was found bound to a chair with surgical tape in a hospital storage room. A long flat blade was used to cut her throat and face. Her chair was placed in the middle of a bloody circle. The coroner found she had been given a significant dose of morphine prior to death. Jim Grip, the editor of Monstrosities magazine. A veteran tabloid publisher, Grip was known for walking the line between sensationalism and outright dishonesty. During his tenure as the editor of Monstrosities magazine, which focuses on stories of grisly true crime, sales rose by 40%. He had many enemies. Grip was found in his office. He died of blood loss, primarily due to incisions made in his wrist. His face and mouth had also been mutilated to create the impression of smiling. He was holding a playing card with a circle drawn in its face in blood. Okay, so we basically, I think we're after the Joker. So yeah, so we're going to determine a pattern to the killings next. Oh look! It's Josie's mask from the woodcutter case. I don't know why I kept it. How did she see out of it? No wonder we were able to escape so easily. Alright, let's go back. Let's put all stuff up. Oh, there's another thing there, is there? No, it's not. I've been able to write in a word in a year and a half. Okay. There must be a pattern here. Okay, so we're going to look for killings where people were mutilated. Mouth cut. Stabbed to death, no. Cuts to mouth. Cuts to face. Stabbed in the neck and face, circle in the forehead. Yeah, we'll go for that. In each of these cases, the victim had their mouth cut open. The killer must have been close to each of these locations. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a little drink here. What is with this girl? Why does she keep getting sucked into these mysteries? Oh, the apartment of the photo is smack dab in the centre of the murders. Could have some connection to the Laughing Man. I need to go there. For now, I better get to bed before the moon comes up. Okay, so we've determined the pattern to the killings. I'm gonna go to our bed. Here we go. I need to get to bed before the moon comes out. Tomorrow, I'll check out the apartment building. Yeah, you should always keep a note of when you should be going to bed, really, shouldn't you? So, we've got to investigate the apartment.
Dear Dr. Hathaway, I've been trying to record my thoughts, like you suggested. Easier this way, I guess. I want to get better. Stop feeling this way. So I took your advice, and I'm working on something. They're calling it the Laughing Man Murders. It's this big puzzle, but I think I just found an important piece.
Okay, so the moon's out, so we're going to find out what happens to when the moon's out now, since we went in a machine in the last episode. Last game, sorry. Okay. Let's have a look around. The hell? Strange choice for the bathroom. I suppose it really depends on who's in the bathroom. Oh my god, look at us. Oh, that's so cool. Check out the mask. So basically, we're now a demon. Okay. Today we are all demons. Oh my god, that's so cool! Look at that. The house sort of forms itself around us going in. I was going to say something, but I didn't. I stopped smoking over a month ago. Second thought, I don't miss it. Smoking was a crutch. I haven't really used the phone since Mom died. Okay. Let's see. It's really cool effects. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is really cool effects. Oh, there's a ghost. What do we have here? Mr. Bin. There's another door over here. Oh, itchy eyebrow. Let's keep going. Do. Okay. Okay, running away. Okay. Oh, funky music. Hide somewhere, hide somewhere. Hide. Okay, I'm hiding. Okay, we're hiding. They're gonna find us, isn't they? Oh, sugar. You don't move. Don't move. Did we make it?
Dear Dr. Hathaway, today I'm leaving my flat for the first time in over a year. It's a big step. But there's this apartment building on the east side. Not a lot to go on, but my intuition's telling me that someone there knows something about the Laughing Man. If there's a lead, I'll find it. Getting out, looking for leads feels foreign, like a skin I haven't worn in a while. The fear's still there, around the corner, out of sight. But at least now I can pretend that I'm still a reporter, working on a beat and writing a story. I just have to make sure I'm home before dark. One more thing. I had this weird dream last night. It's hazy, but I was being chased by this really tall man. Guess you'd say it represents some sort of repressed trauma, but it didn't feel like that. More like real.
Funny thing is, the telephone jump scare was more scary than Baldy's, yeah. Bunch of flies for things around the neighbourhood. Half the mailboxes have names. So this building's been condemned by the looks of it. Off limits, do not enter. This is where we were in our sleep. Stairs under repair, use the elevator. Okay, we've got a wrench. There's that picture again. Well, the things we've done here, like premonitions, is this how we're gonna have to hide? There's a book there, The Curious Clock Tower. Okay, chapter 11. A terrifying encounter. Heather gazed up at the massive wooden door. On its ornate frame rested a heavy brass knocker. With difficulty she raised and lowered it 3 times, listening intently as resounding boom faded into silence. Not a sound came from within. She tried again. 5 minutes elapsed, and Heather felt her patience wearing thin. She travelled some distance to speak with Gina Conway and did not look forward to the long drive home. I'll at least have a look around before I leave, she resolved. She moved quickly along the front of the main house. At its furthest edge, she stopped to survey a quite lovely expanse of grass extending for several acres across the estate, which was evidently vast. The view terminated in a handsome array of tennis courts and an assortment of smaller buildings. Heather was musing over this pleasant picture when the air was rent suddenly by a terrible cry. It resembled the whine of a cat in distress. Her sympathetic nature leaped to the fore. "The poor dear must need help," she whispered. "I must see what I can do." Seeking the source of the sound, Heather made her way along the side of the mansion to the rear. Her feet gaped at a cellar door. At her feet gaped a cellar door, its concrete steps disappearing into the gloom. A second anguished whine issued from the dusky vault. Thinking only of the poor creature's well-being, Heather lost no time in descending the steps. The sound was repeated, but it was much louder now. It sounded curiously like a sobbing. Something very strange about this, she thought uneasily. A nameless fear taking shape in the back of her mind now assumed startling clarity. "That's not the cry of a cat," she breathed. The gloom of the cellar was like a thick black fog that her gaze could not penetrate. At first she stared wonderingly at the darkness slowly evaporated, revealing to her eyes at last a scene of unutterable horror. In the centre of the cavernous cellar, ringed by flickering candles, stood Gina Conway, her arms raised high above her head. Her sole raiment was a small animal pelt draped loosely across her chest. As Heather stared in disbelief, the pelt began to move like a living thing, unwrapping itself from Gina Conway's naked body. With a jolt, Heather saw the squirming thing was not a pelt at all, but a creature resembling a malignant octopus, covered in hair, with long arms unrolling like tentacles. Gina Conway's torso was red with bloody lesions, which welt hideous proof of the creature's touch. The young girl seemed rooted to the spot, her arms still raised, her eyes meeting Heather's bulged with terror. Suddenly the creature dropped to the floor with a splat. Heather's mind screamed "run," but her legs refused to comply. She watched in helpless dread as the creature with alarming speed dragged itself across the floor towards her, knocking the candles aside with one long hairy arm. It emitted a lingering alien whine. Creepy. I don't know if I got the soundtrack or not, I never checked. So the drinks are sold out. Can we call anyone? Okay, I wonder if we're gonna have to run like we did before. See, everything looks the same as in our dream. Okay, there's somebody there. Hello.
Can't you read the signs? Buildings closed.
Just like to ask you a question.
Look, Missy, you're not supposed to be here. I don't fix this elevator, I'll never hear end of it. Now skedaddle and stop bothering me. A few, yeah. Folks can't afford to live anywhere else. What's it to you? Ha! A reporter? For who? Woman's Weekly? Listen, princess, we keep to ourselves, alright? Now get out of here, I'm busy. I was fixing this elevator, then you come along and start chatting me up. Look, you wanna be useful? Go and find Wrench. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
I've already got it.
Well, look at that. She does know what Wrench looks like.
Ha!
Alright.
Chauvinist.
Give.
Ha!
What's on your mind, doll?
Doll. My gods.
Why? You gonna call the cops? Look, we don't need any extra attention at the moment. Know what I mean?
So we're just doing research for a story.
That's fascinating. But I gotta get lunch. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, what is your name?
Edmund Przybylski. Don't go putting my name in no paper now, darling. Whatever.
What a nice man. So he's the superintendent of the apartment and he's kind of sour. And off he goes. So we're going to use the stairs. Okay, the bin's not there this time. We have here. And the tape.
Yosha, 7th century mystic, founded a religion known as Shugendo by mixing bits of other beliefs with an emphasis on mountain worship. Shugendo followers build their temples in nearly unreachable locations. The structure itself is only a symbol. The meaning is in the climb. There is no understanding without suffering.
Interesting. Wonder if we can steal his toolbox here. Nope, we can't steal his toolbox. So let's just keep going here. So we're still in winter. Okay, investigate the apartment. Investigate the second floor. Need to focus on this floor first, no need to rush. Out of order.
Yes?
Hello. Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Sorry, miss, but I'm not interested in buying anything.
I'm looking for somebody actually.
Oh? And who might that be?
I'm not sure.
Really? Intriguing. I was just making tea. Why not come inside, and you can tell me more?
I don't trust you. I don't trust you one bit. But he has left his door open. Okay, I'm just gonna snoop around for a bit. See what I can find. Really shouldn't turn my back on him, should I? Hello, sir.
What's your name, miss?
My name is Patricia. Patricia Gable.
And what can I do for you, Miss Gable?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Certainly. Now, what's this about?
I was working on a... No, hang on. He seems to be kind of into his dream stuff, so...
You had a dream that led you here?
Yes.
Very interesting. Tell me more.
It's Bjorn from ABBA, yeah. I can't remember it well.
You had a dream about a ramshackle apartment building and took it upon yourself to find the place. Fascinating.
He just seemed like the sort of person who would like that kind of thing, so I'm gonna say I'm working on a story, because it's my own choice.
I suppose I should have guessed that. I'm a writer myself. Who are you with?
I'm freelance. Look at that smile. Okay.
As am I. But I get the sense you didn't choose to go it alone, Tell me, what did you do before going freelance?
I was a reporter for the Chicago Tribune.
Ah, yes. Running with the big boys. And then? Too much stress?
No.
Sorry, hold that thought. The water's boiling.
Okay.
One moment while I make the tea.
Okay. Look at him walking. Look at him go. While he's doing that, we'll have a little explore. Weird. Here's a gun. There's a typewriter as well. He's back, okay.
Now, where were we?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
How rude of me. My name is Bram Halloran. Perhaps you've heard of me. I've been published in the New Yorker, Reader's Digest, and Playboy.
Fair enough. So what do you write about?
Culture, mostly. I'm interested in how the most fascinating stories can come from the most unremarkable people. And at the moment, I'm interested in you. What's your story?
Have you heard of the Laughing Man?
Can't say that I have. Let me guess. His puns are killer. Reminds me of a comedian I saw at Coney Island once.
I need to open my blinds a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, he murdered a woman and slit her throat open.
Gruesome.
Mouth
Why
open,
do
sorry.
these lunatics always need some shtick? Garden variety murders too mundane. That's America for you. Nothing's ever simple. Not even the killers.
Okay, have you seen anyone suspicious around here? A stick. So you know he was killed this way before.
Well, how about that? Nice catch. I can see why they wanted you at the Tribune.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recognize the name, but now that you mention it, I do recall reading about the body they found.
Have you seen anyone suspicious? Decide yourself?
Patricia, there's no killer here. Just a bunch of folks down on their luck.
So you haven't seen anything?
I haven't, but my neighbor Rose mentioned seeing a stranger about a week ago. Wondered who'd go wearing a raincoat in such nasty weather.
Wait, sorry, hang on. So... This neighbour kind of is curious as to why someone would wear a raincoat in nasty weather, as opposed to, what, a bikini? In the snow? You know, maybe that's more her taste. That smile is nuts. A raincoat?
Like a long slicker. Too cold for this time of year. You might ask Rose about it.
Okay, who is Rose?
The nice old Chinese woman in 302. Now you'll have to excuse me. I should get back to work. It was lovely talking with you, Patricia. Good luck catching your psycho killer.
Where's my tea? You promised me tea. I came in under the you said it would be tea. You lied to me, you smiling asshole.
Goodbye, Patricia.
Okay, so he's a writer and he likes to talk. And Rose Chan saw someone suspicious a week ago. Josie Herrera, was she seen by Rose? So we're gonna go and talk to Rose now. This is where the killer appeared. He is a tea-teasing whore.
Don't touch my cage.
Who's she talking to? Is there someone actually there?
What?
Hi, I'm Patricia.
Name's Janet. What do you want?
I'm hoping you could help me find somebody.
I doubt it. Who are you looking for?
Somebody named Rose.
Rose? Old lady, lives up in 302. I ain't seen her for a while, though. Maybe you should come back tomorrow?
Maybe we should. So, Janet Easley is not too keen on talking. No answer. So, okay. There's a lot of cool photos around. Okay, so we need to talk to Rose next. Right, we've got a map now.
Dr. Hathaway, I'm definitely onto something. These people, they're not killers, but they're hiding something. The whole place practically shimmers with secrets. It's getting dark now, but I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, so we should probably get all the evidence up on the board. Let's go over our notes here. Met a man by the stairs today. What was his name again? His name was Edmund. Edmund Prispelski. He's the superintendent. He was fixing the elevator and he was pretty sour. I also met Bram Halfrand. What's his occupation? He's a writer. Bram Halloran is a writer. He fancies himself as an anthropologist. He was more than a little smug. She didn't say, actually. She didn't say the name. All she did was Janet. Sorry, I forgot. She didn't want to talk, she slammed the door in my face. It's a secret now, this apartment, just waiting to get uncovered. I can feel it. The moon will be up soon. Ooh, time to get to bed. Okay, let's get into our bed here. I wonder what kind of nightmares we're gonna have this time. Damn, Janet. Okay. So we're back in Dreamland. Someone over there. So going into this room over here. Room 302. Where did I get this key? It's locked. Exit the monkey. The mob didn't count on his kung fu mastery. It's Brace Lee. Lydia Carpenter and Joe Stacks. So we've got here. Plateau of the Vixens. They clawed their way to the top, only to fall for passion. That's so funky. We're following the old lady. But to where, I'm not sure. This is so weird. Hello. Weird, weird, weird. This is insane. We got something there. What did I get? I should hide this key somewhere. This is a good hiding place. So the Mom just used to have. What we got here? Why can't I put it down? Mummified rat. Okay, well where would I hide the key then? I put the key down. I can't put the key down. Let's see. A pocket watch. Most can't see it for what it really is, but I can. It's frozen. The game froze. Alright, don't worry, we'll just start up again. Hopefully we'll be in the same bit. Had a little bit of a crash there. Okay, I've had the key, that's it. So, it's okay. It was just a brief crash.
The dreams are getting stranger. I'm walking the halls of that apartment building and I know I went into number 302, but I can't remember the rest. It's so vivid, like I was really there. I know I told you about the dreams I had before, about the woodcutter case, what it did to me. Dreams are like when your subconscious takes the stage, shines a light on whatever binds it all together. I know better than to ignore them, but still, this one felt different. Today I'll track down the rest of the people living in that apartment, and then I'll find a way into 302.
Okay, so we're going to investigate the third floor and then investigate apartment 302. Okay, oh, we've got something here. Post office note. To Bram. Alright, let's go and see Bram. Oh, there he is, it's himself.
Again? I thought I told you to get out of here.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, you're all the same. Can't do nothing for yourselves. Every one of them lives here, they got me to thank for it.
So you keep the place running then?
What do you think a super's supposed to do? Of course I keep it running. Rig the electricity, even got the water back on. And what do I get? Nothing.
So why do people still live here?
They got nowhere else to go. Building's condemned, Missy. Only thing keeps it from getting knocked down tomorrow's the snow. Nobody stays here because they want to.
So how many people do live here?
Let's see, you got me, Janet and the kid, the Halloran brothers, Rose and the Cranes. So that's 8?
The Halloran brothers.
302. That's old Rose. Why? You friend of hers?
Yes.
Yeah? Know where she is? Haven't seen her around lately. I knocked last week, but didn't hear nothing. Hope she's okay up there.
I'll go and check on her.
Whatever. Knock yourself out.
Okay, so Rose hasn't been seen for a few days, so... It needs to get a doobie off the old woman and chill, yeah. Wonder if he's fixed the elevator yet. Where's the elevator? And check this out.
Wonder what's happening in Old Town.
So we're going up a floor here. I'm actually going to go and check on thingy here. Ram's not coming to the door. I'll just use the stairs, why not?
You know what? I think I want some brownies. Do you want brownies? I have just been wanting brownies all day. Yes, I had some of our stash. Don't look at me that way. It's been a very trying day.
Somebody had a stash of pop brownies. I should go visit them actually. It's the brownie police.
Why, hello! Who do we have here? Come here, Hubie. We have a guest.
Oh, hello, I'm Patricia.
Patricia? Oh, such a lovely name. I had an aunt named Patricia. Or was it Phyllis? Oh, that may have been Hubert's aunt, if we're being honest. I never can remember. But anyway, neither here nor there. I was just saying how long it's been since our last proper guest.
Okay. I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all.
That is
Not
some
at all.
porn
It's
stash.
Lovely, lovely to meet you, Patricia. Saints alive, I seem to have misplaced my manners. I'm Harriet, and this handsome young buck is Hubert. As you can see, we're two peas in a pod.
Yes. Can I ask you a few questions, Harriet?
Of course, dear. Now, what's on your mind? Ask us anything.
Anything? Did you know Rose moved to 302?
Well, sure. She's our neighbor. She's getting on in years, but quite good-natured for an Oriental, if you know what I mean.
Not sure I do.
Well, you know, she used to work over in Chinatown. But now she's retired, she's mostly down at the cinema. God knows why. Nothing down there but filthy pornographic trash.
So she's a porn lover, okay. So she likes movies.
She adores them. It's all she talks about. Goes every week, rain or shine. She even put up posters, all her favorites. Between you and me, I don't know what that woman sees in that filth. But I guess it's not easy for us regular folks, understanding the foreigners.
Oh goody.
Let's see, last time I saw Rose was just over a week ago. She promised to drop off some of that lovely lemongrass she grows. Hubert's request for our next batch of elixir.
Of your elixir? Okay, you mentioned an elixir?
That's right, Hubert's Health Elixir, the health drink of discerning professionals. Our own secret formula. I'd give you a sample, sweetie, but we're out of stock. It simply flies off the shelves.
I'm sure it does. So you sell a health drink then?
That's what I'm saying, sweetie. Frankly, I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. It's very popular with kids your age. Hubert's our resident brewmaster, and I handle the marketing.
Yeah. Says the woman married to a man with a porn stash, yeah. Do you have time for a few more questions, Harriet?
Bram's in the unit just below us. Such a lovely man. Helps out when Hubert's car won't start. And he takes such good care of his brother. Though I get the feeling he's hiding something, you know.
I do know, but I still think you might be a baddie. Bram has a brother?
Oh, Colum. He lives downstairs with his brother. Very sick. Something awful. You used to see him hobbling around, but he's bedridden now, hooked up to all these ghastly machines. Bram moved in last year to look after him. My heart just aches for them both.
So what makes you suspicious of Bram?
Oh, I don't know. Just a feeling, really. But I get the sense he's got his share of secrets. Just a woman's intuition, mind you.
Uh-huh. Let's ask about Janet
The
downstairs.
Negro? Oh, I simply can't stand her. Or the brat. She's a gangster, I tell you. A hoodlum. A threat to society. We try to have nothing to do with her.
I'm getting a feel of what this lady's about here. What did she do to you?
It's not what she does, it's her presence. The nerve to complain about noise. She threatened us, if you can believe that. No, I can't even acknowledge her.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time, Harriet.
Patricia, thank you for yours. It's just been a ball in the park talking to you today. Hope it was helpful. Toodaloo.
Tiny bit, I think, Sherry. Tiny bit. Okay, extremely talkative. Seems like a real busybody. Hubert never speaks. Inventor of a health elixir. Johnny easily feuding with Harriet and has a child. Okay, Bram Halloran has a bedridden brother. So I think we should move along here. I wonder if the key will be. Well, hello.
Are we having fun?
Yes, we are. What?
I said, are you having fun? This playing detective. It's cute. Did you take some notes?
What's it to you?
These folks have enough problems already. They don't need yours. Come springtime, this place won't even be here.
What kind of problems?
They all got their issues. Janet's got the kid, the craze.
Looks like he did get
maybe
Doobie.
Laying low, know what I mean? Colum Halloran's real sick. The kind you don't get better from. Only one's got it together around here is Rose.
So what do you know about Rose?
Nice old lady. Sharp. Used to work in Chinatown. One of those herbal doctor joints. You see her headed out to movies a couple times a week.
Okay, I'll see if she's okay.
Listen, Sugar, we don't need your charity. Go on, get out of here. Go on, get out of here.
Get out of here. Alright. Herbal doctor joints, yes. The key was where we left it. Still no sign of her. Something about this isn't right. It wasn't like this in my dream. This year's best thriller, Fantastic Why? Starring Yves Montague, Irene Mamis, Brock Wall, Jean-Louis Truffle, Jacques Parfum, music by Angelus. Chameleons. Not even nature could disguise the terror. Huge camouflage freaks. That door's locked. This door's open. We got here. Dear Miss Chan, I was delighted by your article Skin to Skin, Understanding Empathy in Gus Minor's Vixen series. As written counter connoisseur of pulp film with such thorough understanding of the cinematic arts. I'm more than happy to publish your work in the next edition of Outrageous, and hope that you will write for us again. In future articles I do have one suggestion. Outrageous readers love a movie that really gets their blood pumping. They love the thrill of sex and the excitement of gore. They are not, however, the sort of readers that are likely to grasp a reference to Dostoevsky. My advice is to use shorter, simpler words to get your point across, 10 letters at most. Focus on the elements that are fundamental to these films, the bloody exciting bits. I'm looking forward to more of your work, and I'm sure the Outrageous readers will agree. Sincerely, Rex Howard, editor of Outrageous magazine. Alright. Yep. Happened here, the room's a mess. We have here, The Good Gardener, Exotic Plants issue. This issue has articles about natural herbal remedies and medicinal herbs. Alright. We're going to continue to look around here first. Oh, we got another Heather Gates. Okay, chapter 9, The Shooter. Heather gained the south wall of the warehouse, walking slowly to avoid putting weight on her injured leg. A solitary lamp lent a sinister glow to a dingy service entrance. Next to it, angled against the wall, stood the very thing she'd been looking for. A ladder. She knelt beside it and ran a finger over the bottom rung. Fresh mud curled into her palm. I knew it, she exclaimed under her breath. Someone has claimed us recently, and I bet I know who. Hand over hand, rung by rung, she pulled herself up the ladder. With each step she felt a tongue of fire licking at the wounds in her leg. The bear trap had done its work. The effort of climbing was squeezing blood from the sutured gashes that encircled her thigh. The topmost rungs were agony to climb, but she took them in a rush, the pain spurring her on until she rolled into the flat concrete roof and lay still. Too still. She struggled to remain conscious. Come on, Heather, she breathed. Get up and get moving. She was running out of time. The sun, dull as a blood orange, had already merged with the horizon. The trees lining the lake cast lengthening shadows across the water. Pretty as a postcard, all of it. But Heather knew better. This was the scene of a murder, or would be, unless she moved fast. She scanned the rooftop as she pulled herself to her feet. It was a uniform slab punctuated here and there by ventilators. In daylight, it would offer an unobstructed view of the landscape below. With night coming on, she could barely make out the road along the lake, but there was no mistaking in the distance the steady approach of headlights. The Chancellor's motorcade. Something moved in her field of vision. A shadow had come to life on the far edge of the roof. Ducking low, Heather moved towards it soundlessly. Fighting back the searing pain in her leg, she watched the dark figure bring a long, thin object down to roof level. It was a rifle. One with an incredibly long barrel. One that could, in the right hand, strike a target half a mile away. She watched in horror as the shooter bent low to line up his shot. "Stop!" she yelled, or tried to. The cry caught in the throat as her leg buckled, forcing her to her knees 15 feet from the motionless shooter. She heard a faint sound, a faint tick, as the rifle's safety was disengaged. This was it. She had one chance to save the Chancellor. In a single flowing motion, she reached back, freed the small blade strapped to her ankle, and flung it with all her strength at the shooter, snapping her wrist as her mother had taught her. A shriek of pain told her the blade had struck home. The shadowy form reeled and collapsed, the rifle clattering onto the concrete. Then all was still. Slowly, painfully, Heather dragged herself to the sniper's side. He lay face down, slumped in his own blood, the widening pool of which had sprouted legs and crawled spider-like to the edge of the roof, where it dripped unmolested from the eaves. Heather had aimed the blade at the shooter's hand, but instead pierced the side of his neck, severing an artery. Her voice came back to her, clear and cold in the night air. "Your rampage ends here, Cassidy Clown." Gripping the man's shoulder with both hands, she heaved him onto his back. It was not Cassidy Clown. The eyes that gazed into hers belonged to Herr Dillinger. She had failed to notice the distinctive bowler hat which, having dropped from his head, now lazed in his blood. "Oh, Fräulein," he rasped. "What have you done?" Okay, so we've got another book to the story here. Rose must be a big fan of film. We have here a Chinese vase. Could something have knocked all these plants off? Hello. Hello, Vera. Got a gardening fork. Plants, plants, and more plants. Some sort of flower smells nice. Still the one that's empty. Maybe there's something in the dirt. Let's use the gardening fork. Could be something hidden in the dirt. Okay, so we found a gold medallion. Yeah, it doesn't look as if it's going to be that cheap, to be honest. This is the kitchen. What do we have in the freezer? Oranges and lemons. She gets takeaway Chinese as well. Ugh. This fruit is going bad. I wonder how long it's been sitting here. We've got a letter here. Too bad I can't read Chinese. Is there anything written on the back? No, it's not. Got peaches, strawberries, and salmon. Not much else in here. Is there anything down the sides? Oh, look at that, there's a light behind there. Huh, weird. Maybe we'll have to do it later. Expecting Pennywise to be in the fridge, yeah. So I've got myself a coin. A couple extra doors over here. Let's have a look. Got a usual toothbrush, toothpaste. Anything in the closet? Some extra toilet rolls. Okay, the Undergraduate. Anna Bertram, Dusty Herman, Catherine Moss. You got a bedroom here. Movies and film. Movie magazines aren't my thing. Star Plateau, the victim speaks of our colourful past. Anything else around here? Okay, we're gonna open that box, but I want to look around first at some of the other stuff that's in here. Oh, here we go. Local women wins regional bridge championship. The safe there. Okay. Something about vases there. Kung Fu in the USA interviews with X of the Monkey Cast. You're enjoying this one more than the first one. Let's equip that. Okay, what do we get here? Transparency. Okay, so we need to go and look at the vases again. I wonder if each of the vases has something written on it or something. Is there a clue in this vase? Got one there. It says number written on this tag. Okay, so 50 to the right. There's another one here. Okay, we've got another one. There's one more vase we need to find. There's two in there. Is there another one through here somewhere? No, not through there. We need to find that other vase. Okay, the door won't shut. That's better, there we go. There's a note down there. Mr. Hubert, I have the ingredients you ordered. Please come by my apartment to pick them up. If you come by on Tuesday, the ginseng will finish soaking. Please come before 5 PM as I'm meeting my bridge group in the evening. Do you play bridge, Mr. Hubert? Mr. Zhang asked me to tell you that he has unexpectedly acquired a large quantity of the herb that may be useful to your product. Mr. Zhang is looking for a buyer as quickly as possible. If you're interested, please bring cash when you pick up your order. I can facilitate the transaction with Mr. Zhang for the usual fee. Okay. Right, this should be easy enough to do. Oh god, so we're still gotta look for the combination. We just need to find that other vase. Whatever it may be. Is the vase in the bathroom? No. Where would it be? Did you see a vase, Sherry? Because I only saw two of them. There's one there and there's one there. Let's check my inventory just now. Okay. Better check the closets just in case. Maybe it's not in here, maybe it's somewhere around the apartment building. Maybe we can ask him about it. He doesn't want to talk anymore. No answer. Okay, we'll head downstairs. So we'll head upstairs now. We can't go upstairs, there's nothing up there. So we'll head downstairs first. No answer. I found another tape. Okay. I'm gonna have a quick look downstairs on this part, and if it's not around there, I'm gonna say that we're gonna call this one for the night, and we'll continue with it another day.
And what life? I wonder what Rose is doing.
How did he get downstairs so quickly?
Say yes. Say yes. He's best man for you.
Alright. So I haven't found anything down here. So we'll just call it for a night for here for just now. But thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll try and figure this mystery out for the next time. But until then, bye bye.